By the early 19th century, America had grown and become both a beacon of freedom and a titan of industry. In agriculture, sugar had become one of the most profitable crops in the South, particularly in Louisiana and Florida. But behind the wealth and power of the sugar barons was an industry fueled by the brutal exploitation of enslaved labor and backroom political deals. Without the forced labor of thousands of men, women, and children, sugarcane production in the United States would have been nearly impossible. And the same could be said for the deal the industry received from Uncle Sam. Sugar was not just another cash crop. It was one of the most labor-intensive agricultural products of its time. Unlike cotton or tobacco, which required steady but predictable labor and were somewhat seasonal, sugar production was a relentless cycle of grueling work that demanded immense human effort from planting to harvesting and refining. The early sugar industry relied on a massive, disciplined, and brutally controlled workforce, one that could be forced to work under extreme conditions without pay, rights, or the ability to resist. The arrival of sugar and slavery in Louisiana was almost simultaneous. The local environment was perfect for the cultivation of sugarcane, the primary source of the snowy white stuff. Louisiana became the epicenter of the American sugar industry in the early 1800s, thanks to its warm climate, fertile soil, and proximity to major shipping routes on the Mississippi River and through New Orleans to the world. The region's first major sugarcane plantations were established by French and Spanish settlers in the late 18th century. But it wasn't until the United States acquired Louisiana through the Louisiana Purchase in 1803 that large-scale production truly began equals. The key to Louisiana's success in sugar was not just its geography, but the sheer volume of enslaved labor brought to the region. The transatlantic slave trade had already funneled thousands of Africans into the Americas, and Louisiana's planters quickly capitalized on the demand for labor. With cotton booming in the northern parts of the South, enslaved people were sold and transported to Louisiana, where sugarcane plantations required backbreaking work in swamps and fields. According to Louisiana historians, by 1810, the state had over 30,000 enslaved individuals, which included born slaves as well, men and sometimes women, who were working off debts. It was a number that would triple by the time the Civil War began. The planters, many of whom had previously grown indigo or cotton, quickly realized that sugar was far more profitable, but